So we're here in Nashville, my hometown. And we're here for a special reason because I have a very special person I want you all to meet. It's like a brother to me. Been knowing this guy over 25 years. And quite frankly, he's literally a lion in the world that I operate in, which is the financial world / real estate. Now I do stocks, he does real estate. Anytime I need anything real estate wise, he handles that. I do the stocks for us, right? Well, I want to continue to provide more value for you all. So that's why I want to bring him in and introduce you and just basically almost get you a little fly on the wall insight on how we get down, right? So let's go meet him, see what he has to offer.
I got Hitman on the beat. School out.
Secure the bag with 1017 Scoochie.
Scoochie.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, East Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, Miami.
Go.
My money machine go beep, I love the sound that it make. Plus all the racks I'm count, I think that my machine about to break. Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These private flights, Miami nice, these Gucci bags full of cash. So when they swear from Puerto Rico, we go hard for the cheese.
Hey, it's good, bro. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Got a nice kitchen, nice setup. You see all the glass. Nice bedrooms upstairs. Great view out to downtown. It feels good. Good feel to it.
All right, bro, so of course, feels good to be back in Nashville, back home, back, just getting all the good stuff. And what I want to do is like really get the people and you connected, right? Because they know me for, stock market, used to be a vegan trainer, yada, yada, yada. So this guy's the health and like financial guy.
Yeah.
But now we need real estate, right? So I wanted to get you connected with the people. So, give them a little bit of something about yourself, and then I want to get into how our story unfolds.
Absolutely. So, I've been doing real estate now for at least 12 years. Kind of started out just organically from working and wanting to get into real estate, acquiring some property.
Right.
But then I started my own development firm. And so I started that back in 2013. Pillars Development's been going since then. Fortunate enough to be able to ride the wave of Nashville's boom. So, this year we'll eclipse $2 billion of projects we've worked on, which is crazy. A lot of those are large civic projects, which I've been, happy to do. It's been fortunate for me. But really, I'm trying to shift the focus to kind of what you're talking about doing, helping more people, giving more of our people opportunity to invest in real estate, make a come up in a way that they've never been able to do before. And so I'm really focusing now on multifamily housing, affordable housing, strategies of doing stuff in the community, right? So being able to give back in our own way, right? That's what we're all about. So really trying to do that, and I think, the future's bright. Like the way, the tools that are out there, technology that's out there, seeing what you've done with Secure the Bag, you putting a model together that I think I can replicate, ready to help people do stuff just like that.
Absolutely. And that, that for me, that's always been like our yin and yang type of thing, where it's like, whatever I got, you got the opposite of it to cover. We bring in a holistic type of lifestyle. Whether it was in basketball when we played together, like no matter what it was, we always had each other's back. And I think that's been like something that I wanted to share with the people, because everybody seems to like see the end result, kind of like, he's got it, he's been there, that's it. And I'm like, no, like I actually had to struggle, and we all have this like beginning point. So I like to really let people know the inside of like the genesis of where I come from, and then also showing, I can't show where I come from without showing you, you know what I mean? So it's like I really wanted to get those two pieces put together so they can see like, oh, this is how you do it, because our scenario was like super, super crazy for the average person, because people don't want to do these things that we did. Like for example, when we got the house together, it's like, we not leaving this place until we come up. So we're going to split the bills. We're going to stay here for 10 years. And everything we make extra, we're going to reinvest it in coaching, into our business, and that's, for the most part, like people don't understand that that's how it has to work. Because we didn't Google our way to where we are. Right? I remember the first time when you got offered to be in, what was it, Money Magazine? And it was like, I got to come up with $8,000 though to get in the damn magazine, and people don't understand. That's what it, you have to be ready for that stuff, and right now where we are, $8,000 is nothing, but back then, that was a lot of money. We have $8,000 to be like, let's do this. So you have to have that empty like nest that you can fill because you don't have to pay all your money towards bills and rent because you stand by yourself. So I think that's just something that a lot of us really don't understand in our community because I want to be by myself, peace of mind. But the biggest key that we've had, I think, is that where we were able to split bills and just really help each other to build.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, well, the thing about that is, right, when you know where we come from, it's being okay with taking that next step up.
Right.
That next step up. So many people want to just take off and start just trying to run out the gate. They want to show off and show out. Right. And I think for us, one, even staying together, sharing, spend bill, it was still a step up for us. Like that was incremental. It wasn't like just taking off, but it was a step up for us. And then, like you said, we both being entrepreneurial,
right.
We realized every single dollar that I'm not paying to somebody else or paying for a bill, I can put it back in my business.
Absolutely.
Right. And so that builds up over time, right? If you're saving $100 a month and you put an extra $100 in your business, you're able to turn it into something.
Right.
And it's just like what you talk about now with the stock market. You're investing in yourself. Yeah, it's $100 today, but then next month it's $200, right? Then next year we look at what you're doing. So for us really saying, I got your back, you got mine. Right. Worst case scenario, we two grown ass men. We gonna be able to pay these bills.
Right.
We not be able to pay, grandiose stuff, but we can pay these bills. And like you said, whenever I had something, you had something. So we kept educating each other. Right. We kept pushing each other. So not only was it the fact that we were keeping our costs down, we were also, iron sharp as iron. We were growing together. We were learning together. We were opening each other's horizons because I'm like, did you know about this? All right, I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna study this. When I find out about it, I'm gonna come tell you about it. And I think honestly, that's been the foundation for how both of us have built our businesses. Right. It's always been like, man, how can I find a way to help people? How can I share something that I don't know? And you mentioned that $8,000. I remember it was like, bro, I got this much. I got enough, but here's the thing. Payroll come, and I got employees, so I'm gonna pay this money. But if I don't get the money back fast enough, are we good? You're like, oh yeah, because we can cover it ourselves. Like if something bad happened, it was down, or you wanted to invest in yourself, you always knew you could bounce back, right? Because you had time, you had somebody you can partner with, you can lean on.
Absolutely, and that really without that, there is no secure the bag. Without that, there was no vegan trainer. Without that, I feel like even with what you ended up doing, just so y'all know, he was a millionaire before I was. So he was my motivation, right? He was my motivation to just keep pushing because a lot of people don't understand, like, when you get into, like, the entrepreneur world as far as online, it takes a long time to, like, build up, right? To build a business online. And that's not to say that my people who are doing brick and mortars and things like that still take a while for them. But I'm just watching you, and like y'all didn't hear it. That was a little slick stunt, he just gave on y'all. This man's a boss, right? He said employees. So, but like watching you, employ people, like actually provide jobs and put food on other people's tables. Like that's a blessing in itself. But not just that, like I said, it was just one of those things that motivate me to continue to move, to continue to grow. And like I said, without having that extra partner, like you said, to like, I got your back, you need to invest in yourself. My first coach, for those of you who don't know, my first coach was $5,000. And, I was absolutely terrified. And the only reason I was able to say, okay, I'm gonna take this last $5,000 I got and hire this business coach, shout out to AJ. But I took my last $5K, and the only thing that made it comfortable was the fact that, like, if I don't have no more money, he got the bills, right? He can at least hold me up until I recoup that money and then start back going. So that right there has been like a game changer, bro. So I just want to say I appreciate you for everything.
Oh yeah,
We just getting started, hitting the 8-figure net worth and then going to 9-figure. And, before you know it, we're going to be 2 billionaires sitting right. You hearing it today.
Yes, sir.
2 billionaires,
yes,
right? 2 billionaires. So, like always, man, love you, appreciate it. Let's keep turning it up.
Absolutely. We just getting started. And we know it. That's the crazy, that's the scary part now is we know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Sky's the limit, bro. So, that's our trip to Nashville. We got to see my guy, Ed. And now I have a one-on-one that just booked. Literally, he just wired the $100K to the account. So I got to go back to Puerto Rico. So we got to rush out of Nashville, head back to Puerto Rico, which I'm excited for anyway. But it was a great time in Nashville, my hometown, hanging out with my best friend, my brother. I hope y'all enjoyed this.
Let's take it on back to Puerto Rico. Let's have some fun.